A few years ago, I went to the Positive Psychology Conference that was in Orlando that year. And flying from LA to Orlando, I was sitting next to one of the executives from SpaceX. And he said, "Oh, you've come at a really good time. We've got a rocket launch happening in a couple of days." And he invited me to go and see this launch. And so I was at the conference with my psych buddy, and I said, "Okay, in 2 days' time, we're skipping the conference, and we're going for a rocket launch." And he went, "But so and so's presenting on that day," and I'm like, "Okay, this person presenting versus a rocket launch. No, we're going to see this rocket launch." So we did. We hired a car and we drove to Cape Canaveral, and it was incredible. We had to be 4 miles away because that's the legal distance for sound, that you have to be away. And we got to watch this rocket take off, and you see it take off, and then you hear it like seconds later. Anyway, the whole thing was incredibly exciting, and it got to just to, after about a minute, and then it exploded. And everyone was like, "Oh." And obviously, I think it cost, oh, I don't know, millions and millions of dollars. I think $150 million or something for Elon Musk, to replace this rocket. But what can we learn from this? What SpaceX did is they see um, these explosions as an opportunity to learn from their failures. So no one died. It was an unmanned rocket. Let's just be clear. So that's a good thing. It was taking up some supplies to the astronauts up in space. But what do we learn from our failures? How often do we sit down and actually go, right, this is what went well. What is it that contributed to this not going so well? When we do that, when we actually learn from, when we identify what went wrong, that's how we can use these as learning opportunities. If we get upset and we beat ourselves up about it and we don't actually take the learning opportunity from it, then it was just a failure. But if we can spend the time to reflect and actually make sure that that does not happen again, or we put all the parameters in place to make sure that the chances are very much reduced, then that's actually a learning opportunity, and we'll be even better off in the future because of that failed rocket launch, or that explosion that happens in our lives.